Hello friends, you are welcome to my YouTube channel Knowledge Lata. Please subscribe this channel and press the bell icon to get the notification of my upcoming videos regularly. Today's topic is the Inchcape Rock, the poem number 2.3 in the 12th standard English textbook Maharashtra board. Basically, it has been heard, and you would have heard definitely this, that as you sow, so shall you reap, and wickedness never goes unpunished. The same message has been impressed upon here, that do good, get good, do bad, get bad. This particular message has been given in this particular poem by the poet. Basically, in short, the story goes like this, that there was a particular Inchcape Rock which was quite dangerous, and mostly the mariners, the sailors, used to sink down during the storm when it was riding into the ocean. In order to avoid the sailors from this particular dangerous situation, Abbot of Aberbrothok has tied a bell onto the surface. He had placed the bell onto the surface of the Inchcape Rock. So when during the storm the water level of the ocean was rising very high, then the wheel started moving this way and that, and because of the movement of the bell, the sound used to come. And hearing that sound, the sailors used to change their direction, and they were not going into the direction of the Inchcape Rock, and they were saving themselves. The result was, and when they used to save their life, because of that they used to bless the Saint Abbot, they used to bless the Abbot of Aberbrothok. But this particular thing was not tolerated by Sir Rolf the Rover. He was a man with wickedness, he was a man with the cruelty. That's why he wanted that no mariners, no sailors should thank and bless the Abbot of Aberbrothok. That's why he decided that he will cut the bell so that it will sink down into the sea. And later on, when during the storm, the mariners won't be able to hear the sound of the bell. And that's why they won't thank ever to Mr. Abbot of Aberbrothok, and he will feel quite happy for that. That's why one day, when the atmosphere was absolutely nice, there was complete peace, the sun was shining very bright. At that time, he had asked his boatman to row in that particular direction towards the bell, and he had gone and cut the bell finally. He had cut the bell, and after that he was very much happy. But one day it happened that he had come very much near to that Inchcape Rock, and suddenly the storm had risen very high. The water level of the sea was going very high, and he couldn't see anything. His sailors also could not see anything. It was a complete dusty and smoky before them. They couldn't see anything. At that time, suddenly somebody told that the Inchcape Rock is very much near, and he was going to dash against that. Then Rolf the Rover thought and started just remembering this, and he started repenting also by tearing his hair, that why exactly he had cut this particular bell. If he wouldn't have cut the bell, definitely today he could have heard the sound of that, and he could know the direction, exactly in which direction the Inchcape Rock was there, and he could avoid going there, and he could save his life. But unfortunately he himself has been the agent of cutting that particular bell, so he has to suffer the consequences. So now let us start the explanation of it. Some part we will do in this particular part of the video, and the rest part of the poem will be done into the later parts. No stir in the air, no stir in the sea. The poet says that there was no movement into the air, there was no movement into the waves of the sea. The ship was also quite still. It was also not having any movement. Why? Because the sails were not receiving any sort of pressure of the wind. And the keel, that is to say the bottom point, or the backbone or the base of the ship, was also not moving at all, because there was no pressure, there was no gush, there was no pressure of the waves. That's why it was not moving. Let us understand that in Hindi. No stir in the air, हवा चल नहीं रही थी, लहरें उठ नहीं रही थी. No stir in the sea, the ship was as still as she could be. जहाज एकदम शांत था. क्यों? क्योंकि जो सेल्स होता है, जो कपड़े का पर्दा होता है, उसमें हवा का कोई प्रेशर नहीं था, जिसकी वजह से जहाज़ हिलती नहीं थी. और जहाज़ का जो निचला बैकबोन हिस्सा, बेस हिस्सा होता है, वो भी नहीं हिल रहा था। क्यों? क्योंकि लहरों का जरा भी प्रेशर नहीं था। नाउ लेट अस सी विच फिगर ऑफ स्पीच इज यूज्ड इन दिस पर्टिकुलर पैराग्राफ। नो स्टर इन द एयर, नो स्टर इन द सी, वेयर इज क्लियरली सीन नो नो, ए स्टर, stir and stir repeated. That's why there is a repetition in this line. The ship was as still as she could be. Again alliteration is there, ship still. Her sails from heaven received no motion. Again her and heaven, so there is a figure of speech alliteration. And her keel was steady in the ocean. तो हवा चल नहीं रही थी, लहरें उठ नहीं रही थी, जहाज़ एकदम शांत था क्योंकि हवा से उसे कोई दबाव नहीं मिल रहा था, और उसका कील यानी निचला हिस्सा भी एकदम शांत था क्योंकि लहरें उसे ढकेल नहीं रही थी। Without either sign or sound of their shock, the waves flowed over the Inchcape Rock. So little they rose, so little they fell. They did not move the Inchcape Bell. Without either sign or sound of their shock, लहरों का कोई there was no signal of the waves, means one could not see the waves. One could not hear the sound of the waves, and the waves were not dashing themselves against the shore. The waves flowed over the Inchcape Rock. The waves were flowing on the Inchcape Rock very slowly. So little they rose, so little they fell. They were rising very little and they were falling very little, and that's why they were not able to move the Inchcape Bell. There may be a question. Why exactly the Inchcape Bell was not moving at that particular day when the atmosphere was very fine? The answer is because the waves were rising very low and they were falling very low. That's why they were not able to move the Inchcape Bell. अर्थ इसका हिंदी में सुनते करते हैं। विदाउट आइदर साइन और साउंड ऑफ देयर शॉक, न लहरें दिख रही थी, न लहरें सुनाई दे रही थी, और न किनारे से शॉक मीन्स टकरा रही थी। लहरें इंचकेप रॉक पे बह रही थी, लेकिन सो लिटल दे रोज, बहुत धीरे से ऊंचे उठ रही थी और बहुत धीरे से नीचे गिर रही थी, और यही धीरे उठने के कारण और गिरने के कारण वो इंचकेप बेल को मूव नहीं कर पा रही थी, और इसी तरह से इसलिए घंटी की आवाज़ सुनाई नहीं दे रही थी। विदाउट आइदर साइन और साउंड ऑफ देयर शॉक, alliteration, the waves flowed over the Inchcape Rock, so little they rose, so little they fell. Repetition as well as antithesis, rose and fell. They did not move the Inchcape Bell. The abbot of Aberbrothock had placed the bell on the Inchcape Rock. On a buoy in the storm it floated and swung, and over the waves its warning rung. The abbot of Aberbrothock had placed the bell on that surface of the Inchcape Rock. एक इंचकेप रॉक थी जो बहुत खतरनाक थी, उसमें सेलर्स जाते थे तो वो टकरा करके उनका जहाज़ डूब जाता था और वो मर जाते थे। So in order to save the mariners from getting dashed and getting their ship dashed against to the rock and getting sunk into the ocean, Abbot of Aberbrothock had placed a bell onto the safer place on that Inchcape Rock on such a height that when the waves were rising very high, they were able to swing this particular bell, means move this particular bell on from this place to that place, and because of the movement of the bell, the sound was generated of the ringing, and by hearing that sound of bell, the mariners did not go into that particular direction because they came to know that the Inchcape Rock is in the same direction from where the sound of the bell is coming, and that's why they were not going in that direction, and they were able to save their life. And after saving their life, they were thanking Abbot of Aberbrothock. Now, when the rock was hit by the surge's swell, the mariners heard the warning bell, and then they knew the perilous rock and blessed the Abbot of Aberbrothock. When the rock was hit by the surges means flood, swell means rise. When the flood water were rising, when the sea flood water were rising very high, it used to cover that Inchcape Rock. The mariners heard the warning bell, and the level of the water was rising so high that it used to move the bell, and the mariners were able to hear the sound of that particular bell, and then they were not going into the direction of that dangerous rock, and because of that they were able to save their life, and after saving their life they were blessing the Abbot of Aberbrothock. That is, होप सो दैट यू वुड हैव, हाँ तो इसे हिंदी में भी एक बार देख लेते हैं। और वो चट्टान जो इंचकेप रॉक थी वो बाढ़ में समंदर के पानी से ढक जाती थी और इतने ऊपर तक आती थी कि जहाँ घंटी बांधी हुई थी उसे टच करती थी और उसे मूव करती थी। और उस घंटी की आवाज़ को सुन करके जो मरीनर्स थे, जो मल्लाह थे, नाविक थे, उनको ये समझ में आ जाता था कि इधर ही खतरनाक घंटी है, इधर ही खतरनाक रॉक है। और उस घंटी की आवाज़ सुन करके वो उधर जाते नहीं थे और उनकी ज़िंदगी बच जाती थी। और वो एबट ऑफ एबरब्रॉथॉक को थैंक्स बोलते थे, दैट थैंक यू एबट ऑफ एबरब्रॉथॉक, बिकॉज ऑफ यू who had tied this particular bell, we are able to hear the sound and are able to know exactly the dangerous direction of that particular Inchcape rock, and we are avoiding that direction and saving our life. Thank you. Hope so that you would have understood these many lines and their meanings. And in the next part I am going to explain the rest part of the poem as well in the next part of the video. If you